Hey everyone, Ken here with Ken's Creations and product reviews, and now kids crafts. I hope you're ready to color. We're gonna take a closer look at the Crayola Marker Maker, now with 6 wacky tips that you can use in all of your art projects. To make custom markers, all you need to do is mix the ink, dip the marker core, and click the cap into place. With your custom markers, you'll be able to draw all sorts of art projects. And the great thing about this machine is you have unbelievable storage to carry it. It's a mobile unit you can take to grandma's, to your friends, and have fun making your own custom markers. Let's first take a look what comes in the box. In the box, you're going to get 16 of each of the following: barrels, plugs, caps, tips, cores, and labels. You'll get a bottle of blue, yellow, and red ink. We also have the owner's manual and instructions, the color mixing guide that gives you the color combinations, 2 marker boxes to hold all of your new custom markers. Here is your color labels. These will label your markers to what color you just made. Here is your handle that will go on the top of your marker maker. And this is the marker maker machine. Let's take a closer look what comes in this. Inside the marker maker, you'll also find some additional supplies. Here is a red set of tweezers. This will help make your markers and also keep your fingers free of ink. When we open the compartment of the marker maker, you'll see 2 sets of measuring tubes. This is what will measure your ink. Let's set up your marker machine. Grab the handle. Align the tabs on the handle with the indents on each side of the post at the rear of the caddy. Snap the handle onto post. Push buttons on each side of the caddy and lift unit to release bottom tray and set aside. The bottom storage tray must be removed to allow clear lids to rest flat on the work surface. Lift the handle out of the clip and flip it straight back. Pull the mixing tray forward and lay flat. Remove tweezers and set those aside. Pull lids apart until each half rests flat on the work surface. Now we need to stock our marker maker. Do you remember the ink and the bags from the beginning of the video? We're going to go ahead and open those and get everything stocked. Let's start with the 3 ink bottles. We have red, yellow, and blue. Take them out of the package and place them in your marker maker securely on the left-hand side. Do you remember that bag full of goodies? Grab that now and you will find your barrels. You'll also find the marker caps and the marker plugs. Also, you'll see the core that will soak up the ink. Don't forget the 6 crazy tips that come in this kit. All 6 crazy tips can be used to absorb any of the ink colors that you have created. And later in this video, we'll show you what every single tip looks like when you draw it with the marker. Here you see all of our supplies in our marker maker and the leftover supplies in the storage unit that's off to the side. Let's make our first marker. Start by grabbing a barrel and tip. Press 1 nib into the narrow end of the marker barrel. Place the barrel, tip, and nib down into the well. Choose a marker color from the mixing guide. The number and letter codes tell you which colors and how much to use. This number should always equal a total of 15. Place measuring tubes in the mixing tray wells. Since we're making the color purple, we will be using the red ink and the blue ink. Carefully pour each color ink into a tube. The formula we're using is going to be 12 red and 3 blue. Add the red ink up to the 12 fill line and then add the blue ink up to the 15 fill line. Grab a marker core and using the tweezers, gently lower the core into the measuring tube. Allow the core to sit until all the ink is absorbed. Watch the ink travel up your marker core. When the measuring tube is empty, transfer core to the marker barrel and using tweezers, gently push the core down into the barrel. Insert the plug, the closed side up, halfway into the barrel. Pull the handle forward and press down firmly on the marker. You should hear 2 to 3 snaps. Make sure the plug and nib are fully inserted into the barrel. Cap the marker and stand upright inside the lid for 1 to 2 minutes. Watch as the color spreads along the entire core and into the tip. Test marker on a piece of scrap paper, then using the marker, write the name of the color on your label. Peel off label backing and press onto the barrel. We've made our first marker and it looks great. I love this purple color. Put your brand new marker in the custom marker box to store and share with your friends. You have 2 marker boxes to create up to 16 custom color markers. That was so easy and fun. I think I'm gonna make another 2. Grab 2 marker barrels and 2 different nibs. Gently insert the nib into the marker barrel. The first color I'm going to make is this green. I'll need 6 blue and 9 yellow. Let's start with the blue color and fill it up to the 6 line. And then with the yellow, we'll go all the way up to the 15 line to complete our ink process. I also want a complete yellow marker, which means I'll need to use 15 yellow ink. Starting with my yellow ink, go ahead and go all the way up to line 15. Since we're making 2 markers, I'll need 2 marker cores. Using my red tweezers, gently push one of the cores into the yellow ink. Tap on the core gently until it reaches the bottom of the tube. It shouldn't overfill. Do the same thing with the green ink, gently pushing down, and now we just need to wait for the ink to absorb up our marker core. Let's watch it travel all the way up. Start by grabbing a barrel and tip. Place the barrel, tip, and nib down into the well. When the measuring tube is empty, transfer core to the marker barrel and using tweezers, gently push the core down into the barrel. Insert the plug, the closed side up, halfway into the barrel. Pull handle forward and press down firmly on the marker. You should have heard it snap, but always make sure the plug and nib are fully inserted into the barrel. Tap the marker and stand upright inside the lid for 1 to 2 minutes. And if you get bored, you can always watch the ink travel up to the marker tip. Don't forget, we also are ready to make a yellow marker. The ink is ready to go. Let's just follow the process again. Our green and yellow markers are ready for their dress rehearsal. Grab the 2 markers and a scrap piece of paper. Test the markers on the piece of scrap paper to make sure they're in full working order. They look great. Take the markers and write each color on one of the marker labels. Did you write down the color of your marker on your labels? It's really important since you want to know which color you're grabbing. Once you've done that, you can peel off the label backing and press onto the barrel. And look, we even have our box ready to go. Remember I told you there is 6 wacky tips? Let's take a look at those. We have the basic line, 2 basic lines, thick and thin, just a thick line, an even thicker line, and my favorite, 3 thin lines. All 6 tips give you a different look. The great thing about the Crayola Marker Maker is when you're done, you can store everything inside. This truly is a portable maker. You can take it to friends, families, and the park to create your own markers and share them with anyone you love. Once you're done, close the lid, lift the marker maker, and snap it onto the base. Don't forget about the detachable mixing tray. This is where your tweezers will be stored. Go ahead and locate the red ledge and lay it on the ledge and simply click it into place. This way, everything is stored in nice and neat, and you're ready to take your Crayola Marker Maker on the go wherever you want and truly create some custom markers with friends and family. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Crayola Marker Maker as much as I did. I had so much fun creating my own custom markers, and the process is so easy. All you have to do is get your ink, measure it out to a total of 15, dip your quart into the ink, and click the cap into place. These markers truly do open up all the creativity, and I hope you have as much fun as I did making the markers today. Thanks for watching today's Ken's Kreations YouTube video. Make sure to take a look at the Crayola Paint Maker, where you can make your own custom paint. Also, click the red subscribe button on your screen so you don't miss out on any future Ken's Kreation, kids crafts, or toy reviews. Ken's Kreations not only social on YouTube, but you can also find me on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm even live on Periscope. Make sure you follow me everywhere and we can be social together. Until next time, go out there and create something magical.